car order. It's always been car order.
I strongly disagree.
That's the way it is. Lift him out through the window in a nice way.
Just so I can go down and drink a carton while everyone punches on.
Just pisses me to tears. That's the worst thing you can do.
You shut up, you hack. Talking about boat ramps, this is what I wanted to get through from the start. What he said.
Oh, you just been an idiot.
And welcome to the Chumming Up Podcast, the fishing, spearfishing, and ocean adventure podcast that is like Leewald's fishing career. Because it's no good, it's never been good, and it never will be good. I am Scully, and with me, as always, is my fantastic netman, Lee Leewald. Mitchell, how you going, big horse?
I'm going good, but I think you should be sacked from the advertising campaign of the podcast, because if it's that shit, no one's going to listen to anything. Yeah.
Well, Mum and Dad, they have to listen.
Yeah, right. Fucking hell, I don't know about that.
You don't know?
But this one's going to be a cracker, because we're down at the footy club rooms live at the...
I told you we're live.
We're live.
We're live
at
the
the Murray Cod Nationals. Day 3, we just had the Dash for Cash Day.
Yep.
The Dash for Gash Day.
Dash for Gash, as some people were calling it.
And we have 2 unreal guests at the moment. We've got Tony Bennett from Moila Fish Camp and Ski. We've had him on before. And obviously he's a ripper that the
organizer of the comp, the main man here. He shouts the threats. Everyone fucking listens.
Yep. And we got Painter with us as well. And for everyone out there listening that knows him, apparently his name is actually Ian Rodgers from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So there's a hot tip if you want anything from him, because he hasn't given me anything on the Murray Cod scene. So
yep.
How you boys going?
G'day, boys. Wonderful.
G'day. Very well, thank you.
Great to be here. Great to have you here.
Yep.
And, a fair bit of bullshit going on. I'm sure this is going to be a bit of fun recapping what's going on for a few days and what could potentially happen tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, can you give us a recap? Or give everyone a cap. How can you can never give someone a cap, but you can give them a recap. That's a bit weird. But tell us what the fuck is happening at the Cod Nationals in 2024. And not just that I'm betting Leewald on the fucking angler points either.
I see there's a fair bit of that involved. But no, we've got 47 teams. So that's actually capacity field. 94 people. We've actually got 94 chairs in the club room. So full field. Number one, the fishing has been red hot. So in the past, to get 140 fish a day has been great. This is Murray Cod, 50 centimetres and above. So far, the first day, we had 285 fish. Followed it up the second day, 235. And today, just on 160. So, again, amazing fishing. Most people are catching fish. Squirrely, Leewald, so. But no, you boys did do exceptionally well the first day for some newbies.
Yep.
But, yeah, the results are going similar to what we expected, but there's been a couple of squirrely ones thrown up there.
Yeah, a couple of squirrelies.
Yeah, some good fishermen are catching some fish, and some pretty ordinary fishermen are too, mate. So.
Well, that's what I've realised is it's great advertising for the comp, because obviously the record numbers being caught, which is awesome. So even if you're not in the top 10, you're still catching fish. It's awesome. And anyone can do it, because Squirrely's catching a fish. So get to Moila, have a fish.
Wait.
Like,
seriously. Nearly anyone can do it, Leewald.
Yeah, well, they say you can't lead a horse to water, but I am. I'm leading him out there and he's drinking.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Anyone.
Nah, it's the most fun fishing comp I've ever been a part of. It's the rules are confusing as shit when you first look at them, and then once you're a part of it, you start to realize how much everything makes sense, and you're like, fuck, this is where you want to be if you want to enjoy a fishing comp.
That's it. As I've said to everyone all along, simple thing is you catch a fish, let me do the scoring.
Yeah. To
get your head around the scoring system takes a bit, but I'm no rocket scientist. If I can work it out, I'm sure, buddy, after a few days you can get your head around it, Leewald.
And to Tony's credit too, like the rules that he's made up, he's made them to make it very even. So anybody actually can come here and have a chance.
Yep.
Yeah, so very good.
Yeah. What do you think he needs to do something about the quality of women after what you seen from Leewald in a dress tonight?
Look, definitely.
Like that, my Whaler women just dropped fucking 5 points on an average then, surely.
I'll give you a tip. What you're seeing tonight won't be what you'll see walking on the Mad Mile in the morning.
Well, to be fair, Squirrely had to put the lipstick on me, and if he'd done a better job, well, he must have done an all right job because I did get voted best looking woman in the establishment.
Yeah.
So
Well,
best looking woman in the man comp.
might have only come second in the overall competition, but the other guys we competed against, they know I'm best looking woman.
Yeah.
So they know what's up.
well, after the comedy night that we heard from, it wouldn't surprise me if I got over a pisser and you was trying to talk to me in there.
That's 100% on. So how's your comp going? Stats?
Started very
feeling,
slow.
vibe?
Like it started slow.
Yep.
We probably haven't put the time in that we would have liked to, but we're starting to warm up now. And like for us, it's we've done it every year. We've been here since it started, and you just make really good friendships from it. So for us, it's about just showing up and getting to catch up with all the guys again. And then for the new guys like yourselves to meet you guys, this is what it's about.
I don't know
Well, it's
about
like that to meet me, but Squirrely's like, fuck. Rather get punched in the back of the head than the first time I met him.
To pump his tyres up a
Yeah,
bit too.
give us something, because for some reason he's become modest in
he's
the
very
5
modest.
minutes we give him a
He
microphone.
tells me he's one of the toughest blokes ever to pull on a footy jumper, but no, he has won this before, Cod Nationals, past champion.
Yep.
And this afternoon, Dash for Cash session, Painter and his brother Spider, they won the afternoon session. So had a great afternoon. You're on to the fish, red hot, running in tomorrow. I think you're in the top 10 somewhere. So you're doing pretty well. They know what's going on.
What they get for just that today? What's the prize?
Today to win it, it was $1,000 today. So each session was $1,000.
Just a snaky grand.
Just a lacquer band, yeah. And a few lures to go with it. But yeah, I think what it gives them is confidence tomorrow. Get them up there right in with the big boys near the top of the tree.
You feeling confident?
Oh yeah, of course, very confident.
Very confident.
We haven't got a lot of competition just looking at you two.
Well, I don't think we're your competition.
Oh, don't worry. Since Tony's talking him up, which is all the real things, but I think I got a soft spot in my heart for you, Painter, because we talked last night about car order, boat order at the boat ramp, and today you had to pull out in the middle of the two Dash for Cash sessions, and someone backed down the middle of a dual ramp, blocked it up, and then walked off like 150 metres to go and pick up their boat, and your brother Spider's standing there, and you're just like, get in his fucking car and drive it away, I don't give a shit. And I'm like, yeah, this man's my sort of dude.
Yeah.
Fuck this dude.
And I was fucking disappointed he did not drive that car away.
Yeah, I was like, yep, you won me over at that moment. So.
Yeah, that was a very car order fucking thing without knowing the car order, boat order fucking policy. But you were on.
What a peanut butter.
I tell you, there's certain things that make you fucking wild, and that's one of them.
That is the thing with your ramps, the dual ramps. They don't say it. Do you think they should say it? If you know what I mean, there's a lot of single ramps in a lot of places.
It's like having a sign at the fucking urinal that says pissy.
100%.
Pissy.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be said. It's fucking...
Well, it clearly did, because old mate drove up the middle of the fucking thing and then walked out of his car.
Probably wanted to tell someone he was a vegan or something.
That was frustrating.
That was fucking awesome. It started filling in a few gaps of stories I'd heard last night around the bonfire at the back of Tony's there. So.
Yeah, there were a couple there. I guess they stay unsaid until we get the boys to fucking say them. But or you can just travel to this competition if you get an invite, or another competition and get an invite to my whaler. And learn the fucking stories for yourself.
No, that's it. But no, things are going well. We've got a great crowd, great crew leading into the final day.
Yep.
There's one team, the Pinters. They went in probably as second favourites behind the Blow Boys. Just having a quick peruse over the scores. They're about 13 points. I think it'll be pretty hard to catch them tomorrow. But then there's about 8 teams within maybe a couple of fish of each other. So it's,
Is that me and Leewald?
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, we're roundabouts.
Look, I'm doing the maths, and as I said, I'm no
Nah.
mathematician, but all you boys need tomorrow, you're only about 40 points away. like 60 legal fish on sponsors' lures and the biggest fish, and you're probably a chance.
Yeah.
So it's not unrealistic.
We're
Probably-
fucking home.
That's what I was thinking. But
Rope-a-dope. We got him
Yeah.
on the ropes.
As
We're like Eddie Lawler without the biscuits.
Yes.
Just add biscuits. We're fucking home.
But look, I'm actually happy. So we got the sheet here.
you're running 28th out of
Out of
45 teams. So
Yeah, so
that's not a bad
27
effort.
and a half is middle of the pack. So we're basically it.
That's not a bad effort to show up and do that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Painter. I appreciate that
We
coming
got
from
one.
you, a man that knows how to run a boat ramp.
yeah. Yeah. Like obviously you were talking the top of the trade. Pinter and the Blow Boys
Blows.
were the favourites for the comp. Both previous winners and stuff like that. The insane thing for a comp point of view from me is I've talked to both, like just randomly at the bar. For some reason I was there. Like just the nicest people in this competition. Like, not just them, but everyone.
Yeah.
Like, there's no... Like, these people are serious fucking fishermen, and they have no issue with sparing their time to talk to you.
No,
Is
and
that-
that's a really good thing about this comp, and it's sort of just, it's built from the first year right through to now, and the guys that are, if you're a flog, then you don't last here.
Yep.
They do seem to cull themselves pretty easily. And
So
that's
you're
it.
out next year, fuckwit. Me and Jarb's fishing it.
that's it. But no, for some reason over time they cut themselves free pretty quick. We've got a great crew and now got a waiting list. So
Yep.
which is good. And I shouldn't say some people may be on the waiting list and they may be on there for a long time to come too. Not true.
But
Yeah.
it is. It's unreal. Like the way it's set up. I love the rules. Like I've been a big part of the rules back in Exmouth now, Game Fishing Club, and then to see Tony's ones and to see rules so intricate that even I was hard to follow them. Following them was cool. I think it's cool. But
Yeah, that like, you got to catch fish to get points. Leewald hasn't
Yeah,
been able
it's-
to get his head around it
struggling
all
with that.
fucking trip.
well, I was going to say about the matriarch of the comp. Is it Cheryl in there? She's
Oh,
incredible, isn't it?
she's
She's an
a
amazing
ripper.
lady. Yeah, yeah,
She's a legend. She's been here since day one.
yeah.
Just the wife of one of our competitors. She takes a week off work.
Yeah.
She comes if you need your clothes washed, if you need your bread buttered, anything, she'll do it. She's a legend. Happiest bird you'll ever get, and she's just great to have part of it. But that's what it's about. Like, people come here, and at the end of the day, they come here to see her as much as it is the rest of the mates that are fishing.
Yep.
And that is it. Like, the fishing obviously is a big part of it, and it's, and there's a lot of really good fishermen here that take it really serious and whatever. But once the fishing finishes at 5 o'clock, it's back here, and that's one of the best parts of the comp. Come back here, have a few beers, get to talk to everyone, and everyone's just so friendly. That's the biggest side of it.
Yep.
Yeah, and listen to blokes trying to be funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I definitely know what you mean. That's every podcast I'm trying to do as well. You're talking to me listeners here. Me mum and dad are going, yeah.
Oh, no,
fucking-
you're funny then. Yeah.
They should be proud. You're a lovely young man. You found that out the other night. As you said, you love dogs, but I don't know if I love them as much as you, the shit you said you've done. But
Okay, I got something just for people that like to get into the nitty gritty. So the guy today that caught the biggest cod in the comp, it was a 108.9. I think he pretty hard when you get stretched for the 109, but
Yeah.
that's fair call.
Filthy
But
dog, Tony. Give
what
him
if-
the extra.
What a fish, and so far the biggest fish of the comp. And then he comes over and talks to me and tells me he sight casted us,
How good
and
was that?
Painter was there, and we talked about it, and Painter goes, yeah, done a bit of that. And then he says he's seen another maybe 15 fish, 80 plus. 10 of them were probably a metre. Obviously, it's not easy to get them to bite. Otherwise, he would have done it. And he obviously knows his shit because he did it. But I thought that was only like a northern New South Wales, New England type fishery. This fishery literally has it all. To pull a 108.9 in a comp at that stage sight cast, that is some next level shit.
Yeah. Well, as this lake weeds up, the weed grows up and it thickens up, and as that happens, you'll see more and more. every sort of 5 or 6 years they'll drain the lake to get rid of the weed. But when that weed is here, then the cod definitely get up on top of it and they swim in there. They've got their head down, they're looking for it. And if you're lucky enough to see them, see the white tip on their tail, then you can try and cast at them. A lot of the time you'll spook them. Sometimes they're not interested. You know, you probably see 15 before you will catch one. But yeah,
it has actually got to the stage, especially probably going back 2018 when the weed was prolific, and it acts like a filter. It just clears the water up. It's magnificent. It's clear as crystal. So that's your prime times. But going back then, and it seems to be a certain band of people, and they're all the critters from over at Deniliquin Way. They were coming over. They actually made a polling platform for their boat, and they were actually standing up to get that extra 4 or 5 foot up to sight cast and just working over the weed beds. Again, these young fellas that caught them fish today, the Clark boys, they're boys from Denny, probably switched on to what the kinfolk have been doing in the years gone by, and yeah, it worked today for them. So yeah, well done. Good luck to them.
That's so cool. The polling platform thing where you end up with like that bay boat type style up on the front, or even just an esky on your casting deck.
We tried to make one for Tony, but he's scared of heights and also just a little bit big for it.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it certified. No one could stamp
it. Qualified for 2 people or 0.75 Tonys.
Talking about heights, I'm not going to get off the subject. We're sitting here at the footy club.
Yep.
And over in Yarrawonga, we've got the clock tower over there. And one day, I was playing footy here, and I could tell it was 10 past 3 because I got up that high and I took a mark. I could see the clock tower in Yarra. It was 10 past 3 on the clock when I was up there.
Yeah, right.
I looked fair dinkum.
And that is
I'm impressed they had fucking clocks back when you were able to jump, big fella.
And I think
Yeah, the sundial. I could see it.
I think that is a true story because when he came down, he put his hand on the ground and he broke his wrist. Apparently, it cost him a grand final. I don't know.
And he's 2 years of football out of it.
Right. Fuck.
True story.
Jesus. Moses would have been pissed off as the coach back then.
And talking about other skills, Squirrely, we'll lead down another rabbit hole. Tonight,
Yeah?
you've been known as one of Western Australia's premier Marin trainers.
Fuck. That
I'll
cocked
lead you
up,
down the
didn't
rabbit
it?
hole of your illustrious career as a yabby trainer.
All right. Well, fucking, I entered every heat as you
have
would.
yabby races as part of the Nationals. Yep.
Yeah. So there's yabby races. There's 4 heats. What's it cost? $20
$20 a yabby.
$20 a yabby.
8 yabbies per race.
Yeah, 8 yabbies per race. So obviously I bought in for every heat. First heat, I have a good look at the yabbies. I'm like, I know the type I want racing for me. I get that. Fucking get up in the first heat. Second heat, miss the call. Don't get called over for it. You know, obviously the locals are like, fucking, this guy might be a little bit too good. So I missed the second heat. Third heat, chocolates. Fourth heat, chocolates. So I've got 3 from 3.
Good effort.
Yeah. Do you know how you can do better than that, Painter?
No.
No,
Oh,
'cause
4
no
from
one-
4.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, you fucked up there, Squirrel.
You fucked me a little bit there, Painter. Anyway, we go from the heat.
Fuck him, Peter. No, he fucking deserves it. Yeah, trip over your own tongue now. You can have a bit of that.
At that stage, everyone's starting to realise, like, I am the yabby trainer that I've always said I fucking would be, you know? And then, was it the semis or the finals?
Straight into the final.
Straight into the finals. They come up, and I got one yabby in the first final, and he gets a little bit of a bad drop. All right, might have been
Did you drop him on his back?
It
looked like it.
I might have felt the pressure, Painter. Look, there were a lot of eyes. There were a lot of eyes waiting for a big thing to fucking happen. And he got a slight check at the start. He finished third. All right.
He was coming home, 1 out, 1 back.
He was, you know, unlucky, you know.
Can we cut you off now?
As long as you had him each way.
I think Painter won 1 or 2 of them, didn't you?
It's, I don't like to talk about
Well,
it, but second in one and first in the other.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So why the fuck are we listening to you, Squirrely?
Well,
We got a real trainer over here.
You know what I found out afterwards is that he wins it every year. And that was when I realised he's juicing the yabbies. He's the Darren Weir of fucking yabby training. If you look to his pocket right now, Leewald, you'll see he's got a jigger in his pocket. And this whole fucking yabby game is corrupt. All right? I never had a chance.
I can't believe you went.
I'm an honest
you
yabby
went 3
trainer.
from 3 and never even got a second. Even you went in a race where you had 2 yabbies in it.
I had 2 yabbies one
and
race.
Still didn't get it.
Oh, fuck. They
I think they were fighting each other,
Yeah.
actually.
They started
They
blowing.
did.
So they're honorary faithfuls from the get-go. Because if you know the faithful family, they'll just start blowing before it goes down. So
Yeah.
that's a typical squirrely family.
Yeah. But that's this comp. Yabby fucking racing, good fishing.
Dressing up.
Dressing up. There's a little bit to be told there tonight.
Yeah.
Bit of fun.
There
Yeah.
is a bit to be told
Great.
there.
Great fishermen. Fucking unbelievable fishermen that you don't even, like some you know of.
Talking
before you
about
even
great
come here.
fishermen, I'll leave you boys have a bit of a yabber.
Yep.
I'll go and grab one for you now. He is, without doubt, the best young cod fisherman in Australia. Whether it be on the scope, on the fishing rod, like we banned the scope here this week, but this bloke is number 1 in the country. I'll go and grab him.
All
Young
right.
Cade Blow. I'll be back.
That's
Cheers,
cool.
big horse.
And I think that's cool, buddy, what Tony's saying, where they banned the scope. So I think that needs to be addressed. So they've banned the live scope in the comp since basically the scope come out, I imagine, Painter?
We've had it in the last 2 years, the scope. But Tone's also, he's limited the days.
Yep.
And also being very smart, he limited what you could use on those days that you could use a scope. So to take the advantage away from him.
Yep.
And then this year he put out the feeler about taking it out of the comp altogether, and majority wanted it out. And
Yep.
and look, with the results this year,
Well, that's
it's
the
proved
thing.
that people can fish without it.
Well, the results is incredible, whether it is has anything to do with it or not. But from what Tony was saying before, we got record numbers of fish being caught, and literally anyone can catch them because Squirrely's got a couple.
Yeah. Well,
And
I'm hoping
there
that
is
you
no
catch
scope,
one or
so-
two.
Well, I've got a couple.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I got a couple. Jesus.
Oh, Tony said you had none on there.
No, don't
Nothing
go.
worth fucking looking at.
Nah,
All right.
nah.
So, besides the 2 old cunts talking about scoping, how about we talk to a young cunt that actually knows what they're fucking talking about? We got Kade Blow on here, right? You know scoping. What are your thoughts on it? Comp wise, fucking any wise, and also welcome to the fucking podcast.
No, thank you very much. It's a funny one. It's definitely increased numbers of big fish. There's no doubt about that. Big fish are easy to catch now. Like you look at it before, they were a trophy fish. They were hard to catch, and now they're pretty common. That's what it's done. I guess in the terms of tournament fishing, like if we just talk about the Nationals.
Yep.
I loved it being 2 days on, 2 days off. I thought it sort of brought out the best in everyone. It gave you a few more options in terms of decision making, what you had to do. Did you want to go and chase a good one? Do you want to fish a different section of lake, a bit deeper that you can use with scope? So it spread the field out a bit, and you'll find this week there's just everyone on top of each other. There's boats everywhere.
Yep.
And that's the main difference, I feel like. And sometimes it's not going to work in a comp like this where it's a cumulative with how many fish you catch. There's decisions to make where you go up shallow and try and catch them casting numbers of fish, or you try and get a good one. So I like that side of it, and I like that it spread out the field, because our biggest challenge this week's been just boats on boats, and then you go into a spot and you're fishing behind people. So I like that side of it. But in terms of just general fishing, like the numbers of big fish we're seeing, you can't doubt that it was happening before scope, because it wasn't.
Nah.
And to be honest, I'd nearly say big fish are easier to catch on it than the smaller legal fish that we're chasing, because they're so big, and more in impoundments, they just stand out like nothing. So I love scoping, but I love casting. It's different. We've learnt a heap using it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a funny one. You talk to everyone, they got an opinion about it. It's pretty hot in the fishing world at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
it's fucking insane.
Yeah,
It's
it's crazy.
awesome for me as a complete fucking retard. Not like
At least we got to that bit.
yeah, a retard that's beating that guy in angling at the moment. But like for someone completely out of the scene, how much people care about scoping is kind of weird to me, but not also because I've seen it in other fishing, the opinions.
Yep.
The part to me seems like a lot of people are more angry that people are catching those big fish now, and those big fish are worth less on the angling scene.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, the big fish are more common. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Before, if you got a big one, like it was awesome. Like everyone, and it still is awesome. They're still great fish, but they're just a bit more common now. And,
Yep.
And that's just how it is. You can't say that they're a bit tougher. They're tougher than what they were because they're not. They're more available. We can put lures over their noses. We can see how they react to certain lures. So that thing helps. I guess in terms of this comp as well is we got people that travel from all over. And it's another tool that will help people work out the lake a little bit quicker. Like you look at people, whether they travel from Queensland or anywhere, like we're only 2.5 hours from the lake, so we're very lucky.
Yeah.
But they sort of need those tools to work out the lake a bit quicker, you know.
Do you reckon these two could do with it?
Well,
Coming from us now?
it's just another
It
tool.
wouldn't
It's
hurt.
no different to, like, if there was blokes here side scanning, you remember out the front, timber and casting it. Like, it is a tool, but it's a key tool, I guess. It's very big in the boat, but I guess for us, we're very lucky. We can come here every weekend and find fish. But for people travelling, it might help them work it. It might not. It might jeopardise them, you know. But it might help them work it out a little quicker as well.
Oh, for sure. I was talking to your old boy before at the bar because I was just randomly there one time. And yeah, just talking to him. Like I said, I'm still forming my opinions on live scope and stuff like that. But just even like pages like the live scope losers sort of thing. It just sort of
Tony's mate.
yeah, Tony's mate from live scope losers. Well,
I'm not on a microphone, but I know if young Derek, Kade's old man, got hold of him,
yeah,
it could be a lot of grief.
I think
Well-
there's plenty of blokes in that boat.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well, he sort of just and the way I say it, I could actually completely agree. Like fucking at some stage, like whether your opinions are pro live scope or negative live scope, at some stage you just gotta not be a fuckwit like old mate.
It's funny because we jumped on it a couple of days before we did the Tony's podcast, the first one with him, and I thought it was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But soon evolved to just crazy as fuck. It's like,
Yeah,
God,
just
the
saying.
dude's on there just like, fuck this cunt. He caught a fish. It's like, what's the fucking matter? And when you come from, like, I gather the cod fishery is very, like, it's a one-dimensional type fishery. In a way, it's cod, you know? And like you guys that we got on now, like Kade and Painter, you're fucking great at it. Well, I imagine scope, no scope, whatever. Like we're seeing it. But it's funny when you come from a place with multiple fisheries and something like the live scope pops up and it dominates. No one seems to get that upset, but this one, people are getting like their knickers in a twist, and it's like, mate, if someone wants to catch a fish, let them.
Yeah,
But
that's it.
if you just don't want it in a tournament, then that's another subject.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if people are just out catching fish, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
like
100%.
really?
I don't buy into it or look into it too much, to be honest. I don't have time for it, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's needed. The negativity, everyone's out there to try and have a bit of fun, I guess, and they're just getting away from life. So yeah, let it be. We probably don't need it to happen, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one thing we can say about either is whatever side you're on, if you're doing the fishing part and just living your life on that, it's got to be better than the cunts that are living their life on someone stealing a car.
Yeah, them guys on meth stealing cars
Yeah.
out the back.
Yeah.
Happens a bit in my whaler.
Yeah, okay. As long as it's not my car, I think it was the same alarm.
So you won the comp last year.
Yep.
Fucking So how long have you been competing in the Cod Nationals for?
So I think 2017 was our first year.
Hang on, sorry. Before you hit him up there,
Yeah.
I'll lead into him winning last year. But not only did they win the Cod Nationals last year, he won the His and Hers Partners Classic with his missus. He won I think nearly every leg of the Dash for Cash, won the Central Vic Lures Casters, the 3 sessions there. Led into it this year again, did well in the Dash for Cash. Lead up to this, only a week or two ago with his missus, got 43 fish for the day with a lovely Annie. So, yeah, has certainly fished very well. And going back in time also, Derek, he's won the Mulwhaler Classic about 3 times, which used to be your premier event.
Yep.
So, yeah, over the 30-year history of the Blow family here, they've done exceptionally well.
They've been, top of the tray.
Part of the reason why the scope's banned is because of Kade. Like, just how well he's mastered it.
How good he does.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting too. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool.
But he can fish, he can fish
Oh.
either way. So
Totally.
there's a prime example. And I think with the whole scope thing too, for guys like Kade that just enjoy catching fish and are good at it, there is no issue. It's probably the guys that couldn't really fish that gets the scopes and then they're on every social media trying to build themselves up to somebody that they're really not, and that's where the issue really came, I reckon.
Yeah, right. And I'm sure, like Cade yourself, where guys like yourself that just love fishing, the scope's awesome too, because you probably do days where you don't even cast and you just love watching fish behaviour. Like a Shane Compain style when I've talked to him.
Yeah, not so much. I was just talking to a fella inside before. Like, me and Dad are really competitive. Like, we love fishing, but the thing we love is like knowing that we've got comps coming up and trying to find fish. I don't know, it just makes you want to find fish a bit more. You're fishing against blokes like Payne who are unreal at it, and then that just keeps you going a bit more. So you're trying to find the next thing or the next area or something you can get a bit above the rest of the field in, and doesn't always work. Like Lake Moala's a bit of a prick of a joint, and you'll never figure it out. And I think that's what the best thing about it is. Like, we'll try and figure it out, but we never will, and that's what keeps us coming back.
It's a little bit like your missus,
Yeah.
Loves your nature.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
I was talking to your boy. He was saying that you dragged him up fishing here when it was stormy and overcast and fucking bulk windy as a pre-fish, because if you get those conditions in a comp, you want to know how to fish those fucking conditions.
Yeah, 100%. We don't choose what happens in the comp. And the Nationals, like the time of year it is, it's unreal. We normally have pretty good weather. I can't think of a really bad day that we've had in the time I fished it, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, we had floods back home. We actually couldn't get home. We had to drive through floodwater to get home. We had like 180 mil of rain down there, and we were out here fishing. We only had about 25 mil. I say only. It was a fair day, but yeah, that's the challenge. I guess fishing's, you can make it what you want it to be. You can go out there and catch the biggest one. You can go out there and catch the most, or you can go out there and drown some bait and enjoy your day, drink tins. It's whatever you make what it is. And for us, it's just a challenge in certain ways. Sometimes we want to catch a big one, and we'll try and do that. Sometimes we want to try and catch heaps. Then other times you might want to test yourself in shocking conditions, and that's the fun of it, I guess. You're just trying to get whatever you want out of it. That's the best thing about it.
Fuck yeah. That's just cool to hear.
All these boys, he's only 23 years old as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, at 23 years old, or I'm reckoning you'd have that mindset from fucking a young age, because it doesn't just come. Yeah. But I mean, that's probably the thing people don't say when you talk of advantages and shit like that. I think we're probably going for the same thing in the competition back home. Myself and Leewald bought the main bill fishing guy in Exmouth in the Calcutta, and he's won the Calcutta 3 years running.
Yep.
The comp 2 out of, well, he will after tonight.
More, he's probably run it.
Hey?
Before that, he was winning it before that.
Yeah. But I'm just talking about the years that we've bought him in the Calcutta. That doesn't matter.
No, but you didn't mention that.
Well, Fuck, see the shit I have to put up with? You're so much better fishing with your dad. Anyway,
There's been a few
Oh,
few
A
moments.
few bust-ups.
yeah, you've had a couple?
Yeah, no, we always clash heads. I think that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
We're out there clashing heads. If we're not, one of us not fishing well, we're normally giving the other one shit. So
These guys actually caught the one fish on 2 separate lures at the one
Yeah,
time.
hence
Yeah,
hence
the
a couple
blow
of the
rules.
Couple of
yeah.
rules, yeah.
So when that, I thought about that. So when that happened,
Yep.
were the lures so I got one question: were the lures tangled, or did it come through and eat both?
no. So what happened? I was very young. I actually got it on. It is up on YouTube, but I'm a bit embarrassed by it because there's a fair bit of carry on. But so Dad just cast a bit of timber. I cast my doozer in that was just a bit short of the timber. So I'd say where the fish was coming to eat his spinnerbait, my doozer's just sunk down.
Yeah.
The top of his spinnerbait.
Oh,
Just
so it's just
managed
gone.
to eat both. But
Yeah, okay.
yeah, it was a big fish. I carried on a heap. I was only very young. But yeah, we probably if we didn't get it on camera, probably not many people would believe it. To be honest, it was strange. But
When
yeah,
you
it was
looked at
cool.
the photos, it did look like the doozer hooks were in it more than
No,
the other.
it was definitely eating the spinnerbait and the doozers, which was Dad's
Yeah,
lure,
okay.
and the doozers come down. Like these things have got massive mouths. I think
Yeah,
it knew what it wanted, which was the spinnerbait, and yeah, my
but
doozer
see,
fell
I
in
only
the
ask probably, Kate, is because in a lot of fisheries, a fish will come and eat 2 baits or
Yeah,
whatever,
right, yeah.
even when hooked and drag's coming off.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like your giant Cairns black marlin and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
A lot of the reason they run one long and one short, with black marlin in particular, if you run the baits together, they'll just come in and just go bump dump before it.
This
And
definitely wasn't the case.
No, right.
Yeah,
cool.
Definitely
so
wasn't the case.
that's all I was getting.
No, yeah, understand.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was weird times because I didn't even know I had it on. I thought I was tangled. Had no idea what was going on, and then had to go and get the net. And Dad had 2 rods in his hand, and it was just yeah, that will be something we never forget. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. That's wicked. And the other blow rule, as fucking read out by Tony, was the
Live baiting.
Yeah, live baiting.
someone caught a cod and a larger
Well,
cod
it's the same
Yeah.
took it.
people that happened to.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
that's
actually
what
wasn't in the boat
yeah,
at the time. Dad was fishing the Invitational with another fella who's a very good fisherman, and he just hooked up on a small one, and pretty much the way he describes it is it just went clunk, like had the small one, small head shakes, and then just went clunk and wound it in, and you can probably type up Derek Blow catch on Google Images, and it will come up. The fish's tail is just hanging out of it 93 centimetres. Like a 93, it's a big fish, but to eat a 48 centimetre, you wouldn't think it could get it down so quick, but it just got down so quick. It was unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and insane what Kate's saying. Even this event earlier in the week, we've had reports of the same thing happening where people are fighting fish, smaller fish, and the big ones came and attacked it. And time again here in the lake, you have customers come in store or just stories you're hearing of this stuff happening. So it is blow rule number 2, no live baiting fish. You catch one, it is the first fish you catch, just to alleviate dead set free swimming a fish that's
Do you think
stuck in your
people?
lure.
Do you think people would if that rule wasn't in? I know. I understand.
Yeah,
that.
I honestly, I don't
Okay.
believe they would.
Nah, because
But it alleviates that case where if it happens to happen, because
Yeah.
it has happened before.
It cleans up the point system
Mm.
so that we know what fish counts.
Yeah.
Because they both can't. Well, they shouldn't.
And
Yeah.
in
So
this
which
case
one
it-
does?
In this case, it did because this was in a comp. So he
Yeah.
got scored for the 48, which swam away
Yeah.
because that was the rule that after obviously
At the
swim
time?
away. Yep.
Yep.
And the 93 swam away. So yeah, he got
Yeah.
both fish.
yeah,
so it
right.
just, it just
Fuck
cleans
yeah.
that up. Yeah, but it also shows, like today, obviously, the morning session, we had the swim bait session, which is Xeric swim bait session, swim bait in big plastics or plastics. And then, those, I was using one of those bloody bone buddy things. And, the bone focus, that's the one, Xeric bone focus. And it is amazing how small a fish will eat that. So it doesn't surprise you that a 90 would eat a 40, because a 40 will eat that thing. So Squirrely's trying to walk off with the earphones on while he's going to have a piss. So doing
He's
squirrely
got a
things.
new mate going in there.
Yeah,
Saw
someone
him
to
come out
chat
of the
to.
bloody pisser last night, arm in arm with a weirdo.
Yeah, well, he's doing that before with that bloody weird looking Sheila. So
No, that's it. Well, while he's gone, we will tell a story about, we're alluding to these bloody Sheilas and weirdos. We did have a bit of a dress-up night tonight with a few of the new participants. We've got to be a bit soft in our old age of making everyone. Normally, we made everyone go out, compete in triathlons, darts, stupid games. So, yeah, tonight we got Lee and Squirrely and a few other boys, dressed them up in drag and weirdo shit, then brought them out onto the ground. They had to hook up in like a two-legged stilt race. That doubled up into, I think you're dressed as a Sheila, so Squirrely had to eat a bloody piece of bread, buddy, laced with buddy chili seeds. You got the Sculler, buddy, hot counter, buddy, 4X.
Yeah, I've never heard the other boys complain so much that the beer was warm. It's like, fucking hell, you're obviously not where I'm from. I was happy to get a free beer. I'm like, they're giving out free beer over here?
No, that's it. And then, yeah, just to top it off, we had pretty lame, but yeah, 10 spins in buddy circles. Then you had to pick up a fishing rod and cast before you went ass up, hit the target. So, yeah.
How'd you go with that?
Oh, well, I come second, but I believe still the major prize was voted the hottest Sheila in the place, and that ended up coming down to me. So I don't want to hear Squirrely yapping on for the next day's fishing about how he put the lipstick on, and that's made the difference. I was smoking hot out there, so I'm going to take that. So
I reckon he'd done that shit before. The way he applied that to you, mate, it was like he's dressing up his buddy dog back home, I reckon.
Yeah, he's probably got one of them sex dolls. It wouldn't surprise me. But also, I think we got a bit of a stitch up as well that we end up clashing with like a bit of a fitness bit there where you got to walk out and that. Me and Squirrely are old man. We got chucked against two of the local footy boys. One of them kicked 7 in the grand final. Like, fucking hell, you got to handicap these fuckers.
And he is the side of a barn.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he fucking, one of them give me a little shove. He elbowed Squirrely. If there was video review here, he'd be fucking missing 3 weeks for sure.
I was thinking 4 to 6.
Yeah, it was fucking, Jesus, the guy's a man mountain. Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned how shit he was at casting that cost us the win,
Well,
or
that was probably it because you
fucking
went,
Jesus.
you went
There was
into
a whole
some-
lot of talking for not a whole lot of fucking Leewald cost us everything.
Mate, I was guessing it might have been better if we give him a fucking handle on
Oh,
and chuck it because
jeez.
the way he cast that
Oh,
obviously just drops it over the edge.
I honestly thought we were home at that point. I'm like, yeah, this is what Leewald does, but then
I thought we were just allowed to troll it. Just like chuck her out. I thought just this one's just out the back and it just like fucking give her a couple of barrel shakes. But no, yeah, I need a target. Oh, this is a bit different. What has
wasn't-
everyone else been doing all
Mate,
week?
it was a door. So it wasn't like, it wasn't a 6-inch target. It was a door.
yeah.
Yeah.
He cast 2 times and then cracked a beer out of the esky because he's just used to it from fucking habit. I was like, keep casting, cockhead.
The ocean's a big place, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm putting it out there. I think I had to think about it afterwards. If anyone gets the chance to go down the same road, aim for the bottom of it. Because I thought, yeah, when you aim for the water, you don't aim for it up the top. And then, you don't try and hit a tree side on. But
Fucking hell,
I
he's
was
an
thinking about
ideas man,
I was
isn't he?
thinking about it. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Tony knew how hard it would be because he's used to that sort of thing. So it was set up for that to make you look like a dickhead. I would have thought. Would that be right, Tony? Nah. And I don't need much help with that.
Do you see a lot of this, Cade, where people start talking about how they would have rethought shit after they lose a competition?
Yeah, that's me after this week. Yeah.
So we got one day to go. How you're a chance of winning still?
Oh, very long shot. Yeah.
You won the first day.
Yeah. We've
Which-
made it a bit hard for ourselves. We had a really good day the first day.
Yep.
Caught a few fish and fished pretty well, and just didn't have the right decisions made on day 2. To
Yep.
get the bites that we need, and yeah, sort of if you have a bad day in this comp, you sort of struggle a little bit. So yeah, that is what it is, and Lake Moale is a joint that, like I said, we'll continue to keep trying to figure it out, but we never will. And
He's
never
probably
will have
talking
days
it
like this.
down a little bit. Like one of the rules, like one of the things that Tony's put into this is you multiply, daily multiply. You pick one of the 4 days.
Yep.
And you'll get bonus points for that if you finish in the top 10. Now they have not used theirs yet, whereas the Pinters have, so they don't have that advantage anymore. So if Kade and Derek can win the day tomorrow, then there's still a massive chance of winning this competition.
Yeah, I honestly think they did miss a trick for starters because leading into this event, they were fishing the hell out of the place. They had it wide. They fished spinnerbaits brilliant, and I know they've always said they fish hard body shit. The first day was spinnerbait day, and they went out and smashed it. And the difference in the scores now, if they'd used their multiplier on the first day, they'd be up there at the top of the tree. So I do reckon they've missed a trick to leave it till the last day. Most of the fish around have been pricked or fished. But anyway, good
Hang
luck
on.
tomorrow, young fella.
Hang on, if they fucking come out and belt it tomorrow, do you come back on the podcast to apologise?
I think he should. I think he should.
Yeah, that's in writing now. Yep. Because that's yet to be seen.
Yeah.
So that's a big call. Yeah.
You can't get in trouble for telling the truth.
Yeah.
I think you said this last year, didn't you?
Oh, so yep.
No, we'll see how we go. Yeah, you got to catch fish every day in this comp, like I said, and we didn't on day 2, so we probably missed the boat a little bit, but we'll go and have fun tomorrow, and we still enjoy catching fish. We'll have a good time and see what we can muster up.
See if you get close.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to put it out there, mate. You're probably real awkward, Kade. Is the word getting thrown around since I've been here is you're the best angler in this lake or in cod fishing that most people have seen ever, let alone in a long time, and you're obviously only still young, so it's pretty impressive. And some of the numbers, like Tony said, you caught 43 fish in a day. That's correct. So that's incredible when you're talking about cod fishing, let alone barra fishing, let alone
his
easier
missus
fishing.
caught
Yeah, the
most
missus
of them.
chipped in a fair bit.
Yeah, well, okay, well, still cool.
Yeah. Like, and I'm not saying he's not the
Wait.
best because he is,
No, totally. But the same
but I think
thing,
he's learned a fair bit from his missus.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
and that's why Squirrely hasn't learnt much because he's never had one. So that makes a lot of sense too. But but on the flip side of that, Painter, we talk about like marlin fishing. It's always about the skipper, and the other guys don't get a mention. So to actually mention his missus about it is awesome too. I think everything's a team effort. Like the whole lot. It's wicked. But to catch fish in numbers, and I'm sure you've done it too, Painter. But what you all do here in a fishery that's not considered to be like that, like cod fishing. To most people, if you can get a bite a day is incredible, So to see the fishery, what you guys are doing with it, the future of it can just blow people's minds, I think it's awesome. It's so
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
100%. And we talk about the fish numbers being so high. We're catching more than ever. But I think the thing is we've got more better anglers than we've ever had. And that will result in more fish getting caught every day too. So we got to take that into account. There's so many good fishermen here, and it's probably a stretch to say that I go all right at it, but there's so many here. And like I said, Lake Moala it will make you think you're the best, and it will make you think you're the worst. And that's just how it is. If you think you've got it worked out, you haven't, and that's just how it is. So, very lucky, and that's what these comps are about. I always say to people, if you want to learn how to fish, come and fish fishing comps, because you'll see how other people fish. You get to talk to other people, and the cod comps are amazing. Like the blokes here are just incredible. We catch up for a beer every night, and we chat shit. And at the end of the day, if we've caught them or we haven't, we still come back and have a bloody good time here. So I strongly recommend it to anyone who wants to learn and catch some more cod or just get into the tournament scene. If you're nervous about it, don't be, because it's a bloody good comp, and all the comps are. All the cod fishermen are just ripping people.
Oh, mate, you couldn't have said it better. Like the ego is so hidden or small that and that's what I love to see. Like I love to see the way someone like you fishes. Like to see what Thomas did on day 2. That's the shit I want to see. Like to just see how you think someone can be down and then turn it on their head and do that, and then leave everyone else just flabbergasted. Like, oh my God, what just happened? That's the shit right there, because it just drives you to be like, oh my God, when I thought the wind blew from the east and they didn't bite, but they did this, there's no excuses.
Yeah.
Someone's out there doing it. Get better. That's all you got to do. If you want to catch more, get better. Learn.
100%.
And that's what this lake's like. Like, you get out there and you be like, it's a tough day, and that's sort of what it used to be like. But, now it's like they're biting somewhere in this lake and we've got to be where they're biting. That's just how it is. Like, these comps teach you that. They're always biting somewhere. And that's what you got to remember if you're going to try and catch them.
See, one thing I always say, and like obviously I'll qualify by saying I'm a local retailer, but Mulwala is the home of the Murray cod. It's not a stock pond, it's not Eildon, it's not Copeland, it's not a buddy stock dam somewhere Blowering where you can go and scope it, or buddy go and jig lollipops or whatever and soak big yabbies. Mulwala produces day after day after day, 365 days of the year.
What if you train the fucking yabbies, though?
Oh, mate, you can have a
afraid-
couple of your sneaky ones that do well. But, again, the pressure that Mulwala receives day after day. It produces day after day.
Yeah,
And that's
it's
why,
insane.
again, we've got 100 anglers here this week. It's not as if there's 200 fish in a lake to get pricked. It is just turning over fish numbers every day. So if anyone out there, anybody listening to the world wants to come and catch a cod, my whale is the place to do it.
And if you're unsure when you get here, call into Fish Camp Ski. They'll tell you. One day time.
Maybe the lovely lady that works in there.
So what's your plans for the rest of the comp, Painter? You fucking taking it out or what?
We're too far. We're too far behind. We
Can't win it from here?
We can't win it from here, but if we can shape it.
Tony's just checking you.
If we can shape it a little
mate,
bit.
you're sitting in ninth.
Nice
You're
spot.
only 10 points from second.
Yeah, no.
That's a good day's fishing.
Look, I might sit down and have a look at the leaderboard. And
You've used your multiplier?
yeah, I have. Yep. But I might follow one of the top 2 or 3 around and fish on top of them just to make it hard for them.
Just be a tagger and
Just be a tagger.
me and
maybe.
Leywell will come from fucking nowhere.
And I might learn a little bit from doing that.
In saying that question, follow someone around, putting it to Kade, do you think this year teams have actually followed or fished the water that you've been part of? Straight out, don't talk shit.
Yes.
Well, there's been a lot of boats in our area, and obviously there was a lot of fish in the area we had, but I haven't quite had a year like it, and last week probably didn't help. There was a bit of talk about the fish that we caught. And
There was a lot of talk.
it was a
Fuck,
little bit of talk.
Literally every person I seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
And
sure.
we don't know anyone.
Yeah,
so,
I know. Yeah. They're like,
It was
you're
all the
fishing
talk.
the comp. Did you know he caught? I was like,
But
okay.
it will, and just for your information, Kate, you're already aware of it. It will probably become more than less of that. It's something that is created unintentionally by yourself.
Yeah, it makes it
Not
hard.
in a bad way, just like celebrities are with fame.
Yeah. We tried to hide. We got going pretty early first day because we knew we were in a bit of a hot spot and tried to hide a little bit. We had a couple boats come in, and then the second day was unbelievable. There was like we didn't get a bite for a couple of hours, so we left and tried a few other spots. Come back, and I reckon counted 5 boats at sort of the entry of it. Got up a bit further. There was another 2 boats working. Got up a little bit further. There was another 2 boats. So there's a few boats in there, which made it a bit hard. It's a bit of a timing thing out here too. Like when you get your runs, you're sort of behind people. That doesn't help. You want to try and fish water that hasn't been fished that day. It sort of doesn't matter too much if it's been the day before. But we just didn't get that timing right, and it made it hard with that boat pressure. So
I was going to say, at least it's a limited entry comp, where if it wasn't, then it'd be obviously really hard because it'd be choked out.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of fisheries like that. Like Squelly was talking about, our one back home at the moment, GameX is happening now. One guy caught 10 black marlin and 2 sailfish yesterday, which is unheard of in a tournament.
Yep.
And today, I think it was a parking lot. There's nearly boats crashing into each other.
Yeah.
So,
He may have mentioned he was getting fairly frustrated when we were asking for updates.
You're experiencing very similar things to other people at the top of the tree of tournament fishing.
It sucks to be good, and that's
Yeah.
why Leywald
That's
is
why
so
I sleep
lucky.
good at night. And it doesn't worry me.
He's never had to worry about anyone
No,
caring about what he's doing.
that's right. Wake up in the morning, sweet. My
Who gives
empty
a fuck
empty
about
fishing
Leywald?
spot. No one
No
else is there.
one.
Not even the fish.
No one's there. There's nothing there.
You've managed to find a few there, but
I got a couple.
Yeah.
I got enough to keep Leywald quiet, and that's all I fucking need.
But look at him. We've fished together so much. This is the first time he's had the lead on me. I've never said a word about it. Now I'm just calm. Oh, no, just day in, day out. There's not 2 beers.
Last
There is no humility here. It's like,
last night at our pizza night, I was talking to him, and he said this happens all the time.
oh, fucking bullshit. That is
shit.
the biggest load of shit I've
It's
ever
just
heard.
another day of my
Just
life,
another
Painter.
day at the office.
This is like if you've never listened to the podcast before, I'm the fisherman. he's the sidekick. That
Yeah. I thought he was a comedian.
Yeah. Yeah, he does the uncomedy stuff. I don't know.
Nah, I'm just good at the bar. Lean on it.
Yeah.
Drink.
You've been not bad at it.
Yeah, been last there every night, but it's starting to take its toll. I don't know how much longer I can take of that.
Yeah, it's hitting pretty hard.
We've only got 2 more nights.
Nah, 2 more nights. Yeah, tonight and tomorrow. I had to take a second to add those 2 up.
I thought you were shitting me what you said about him.
Told you, that's why it's surprising. I'm the most surprised he's catching them. Fucking hell. Really, these fish can be that dumb.
I will bash you, dickhead. Other than that, is there anything anyone else wants to say?
No, that's it. But,
No.
yeah, thanks for coming along, guys. Yous have been awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see you back here again.
Nah, that's wicked. You're going to go, Tony?
No. I was just going to, buddy, say a little bit more shit. I'm sure Kate will say something and I'll finish her off.
Cheers, Painter.
He just put you.
Thanks, mate.
Well,
Get out while you
I was
can,
gonna
mate.
say,
I wish I could.
Well, I just want to say to Kade more than anything, thanks for coming on to chum up, but also fucking awesome at being just what you are at such a young age in the fishery. It's fucking sick to say. Anytime you just say young cunts just dominating and then old cunts hating is just fucking wicked to watch from my perspective, because that's what the world should be. Old cunts should just be bitter and young cunts should be setting what is going to happen. So
Yeah, I think there's actually some logic in that. You might not have said it about the right way. But
I said
think
it
you're right.
exactly how I fucking
I think
said
you're
Well,
it.
I'm one of them old fuckers, and it's true. I'm bitter.
Yeah.
But, no, look, again, before we finish, like on behalf of the event itself, I know I invited you boys over. It's been great to have you here. It's a pretty bullshit term, but I think your value added. It's been a lot of fun. Everyone's enjoyed your company. There's been a fair bit of bullshit and carry on that's gone with it. But again, as I've said to you earlier, Squirrely, more than welcome. If you can make the effort to get back here, we're more than happy to have both of you. Or if you can find another fishing partner, mate, fucking bring him with you.
He won't be able to. No one will tolerate him for more than 10 minutes.
Nicky might fucking bring Swamp Donkey to fish with me next time. We'll do a lot better.
Wonderful. It's been great to have you here, and thank you very much.
Cheers,
Thanks,
you
Tony.
guys.
It's been awesome, mate. And you run an unbelievable show. Like I said, not just the show, but I love the scoring and that too. You know, I know a lot of people don't, but I do. And I think the way you got it set up is incredible. The dash day today breaks it up perfectly. It's not monotonous. It's unreal. And the different lure days are cool, you know. And yeah, you got the right guys fishing it like Kade and Thomas, and yeah, it's got everything.
Yeah, no, thank you. I mean, again, to mention those two, I mean, yeah, they're at the top of the tree, but there's a shitload of other younger fellas here getting around without narrowing it down and individualising who they are. There's probably another dozen young fellas in the top bloody 10 teams, so it's great to have them all part of it. Anyway, I'm signing off. Boys, thank you very much for coming. It's been magnificent. Happy fishing tomorrow.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Big Horse. Cheers for chumming up.
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening right now? Dolphin in Killer Whale's mouth? Holy shit. Oh, this is the best day of my life, God. What?
I like going down the pond chasing bluegills with a Tommy cock.